So today I'm coming to you guys not as necessarily a martial artist or martial arts master. Today I'm going to talk as a security guard or a security professional. So first of all, I did a prediction video, accurate prediction video on this fight. If you haven't seen it, it's right there. Click on that. And I also did a breakdown. If you haven't seen that one, click on that one as well, guys. All right. Now let's get to the good stuff. All right. So basically, whose fault was this? Okay. Because Badr Arek went on to say that thinking the organization that it's not the organization's fault, that they did a good job. He basically said different things. Remy Bonjasky went on to say that the hooligans ruined it for everybody. You know, so everybody is trying to like wipe the responsibility off of different people's hands. You know, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. How are you supposed to fix a problem if it's nobody's fault? So I'll do them all the favor of saying whose fault it is, alright? First of all, the main responsible here is Glory, because they're the event. They organize it. They hire the security. They're basically responsible. So, first of all, is GLORY-80, the Glory organization as a whole, is their responsibility to make sure these things do not happen. That's first of all. Second of all, the security. The security is at fault. They handled it wrong. They didn't have enough people. But then again, who made the choice of hiring that security in particular? Glory did. I don't know what security it is. I don't know how many people they had total, but I saw the video images. The crowd wasn't that big. I've been in clubs that hold more people than that. I've been in events that hold more people than that with the right amount of security. That said, they didn't have enough security and they had no idea how to handle it nor how to control the crowd. Because keep in mind, being a security guard above all means you know how to control people. Not necessarily physically. Control. Okay? So that's first of all, Glory. Second of all, the security. Third of all, we will get to the Badr Army, right? The Badr Army and the hooligans, which were Dutch hooligans and Polish hooligans, which they're both together. So these groups that were there supporting Badr Arek, that were there supporting the Polish fighter, it's their fault as well. And fourth but not least, is the fighter's fault. It's Arek's own fault and Badr Arek's own fault. It's Arek's fault for allowing this many people to come, and apparently he did not mention it. But then again, I'll go back to fault 1 and fault 2, A and B, Glory and the security guards. They should have spotted the hooligans and the people that they should have not allowed in, or that they should have kept an eye on, or that they should have isolated from the crowd, or they should have had a game plan for this, guys, okay? Now, another thing I will say is this: how do you prevent this from happening? Well, if you guys think about it, it's not like a problem that we don't know about already in Europe. If you guys haven't seen there's a movie about hooligans in the UK. It's very similar in Holland. I don't know if you guys seen that movie. I'll link it below. I'll link a trailer. You guys should watch that. It's very similar in Holland. It's the same thing basically. The UK hooligans, Dutch hooligans, it's the same thing. They fight. So we have these problems already in the soccer games. How do the soccer games handle it? It's not difficult, guys. You need to get proper security. So if you have, let's say, if you have a group of 100 hooligans, you need to at least have 500 security guards to counter that, okay? Or 300 to 500, and you need also real police there, riot police. You need them on standby. And if this is going to be a regular problem where they allow this many people in, they need to structure the building in a way to keep them from coming out, like they do in the soccer games. You need to structure in a way that those hooligans get their own space. If they fight outside, that's a different thing. Then you know the riot police can handle that outside. I mean, that's something for the cops to handle outside. But inside, they need to structure the building better so that this doesn't happen again. Another thing, chairs. They should not have chairs anymore that they can just pick up and throw at people. Anything that can be thrown should not be there anymore. I mean, again, like a soccer game. In soccer games, you don't see chairs being thrown everywhere for a reason. You know what I mean? Same reason why bottles are not allowed in a lot of clubs, and they have paper cups instead. Now, that said, it's all of their fault, period. They all want to wipe responsibilities, but it's all of their fault. That said, I'm going to read a post that Badr made on social media today. I want to express my thanks to Glory for their good organization in the run up and running GLORY-80. No, it wasn't. It was not a good organization. Me and the Badr Army, which has been amazing yesterday. How were they amazing? they caused all the problems. See, the thing is, guys, when Badr got hit with that knee, they all went crazy. You guys know why? Because they didn't want Badr to lose. Badr was going to lose. I did a prediction video on it. Again, click on it here. Link it down below. I mean, he was already losing. Okay? So they didn't want him to lose, obviously. So that's why they started going nuts. And this is why the Dutch hooligans and the Polish hooligans on Arek's side reacted. So how did they do an amazing job? I mean, why is he praising them for? We're looking forward to an amazing night. We were looking forward to an amazing night of sport and a great fight. I would have loved to offer you a great third round. I mean, that third round was going to finish quite early, buddy. I mean, really though, he was done. Yesterday, I felt strong, well prepared, and ready to win this fight. No, you weren't. You were not prepared. Your trainer doesn't prepare you, right? You guys did the same thing you did last time, expecting a different result, and you got hit in the head again by Arek coming off the ropes. I did a breakdown on this, guys, and I predicted this. So no, he's wrong about all of the above. Unfortunately, the fight has been cancelled because of a small group of hooligans who ruined the evening. It's the same thing that Remy Bonjaski said. Why are they putting all the blame on Arek and the hooligans? Like the BADR Army wasn't the ones that actually started this? They're the ones that started it. I'm not defending the hooligans or Arek's side. They're at fault too. But they did start it. That said, you know, it went out of hand after that, you know. But he says, I regret that my opponent didn't realize how dangerous was the attitude of his fans. First of all, second of all, I mean, the English is terrible. He regrets his opponent didn't realize how dangerous it was. Like, how does he regret it? If you didn't do what, you regret it. First of all, I mean, that's the bad English, right? But it's like, no, dude. I mean, again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. The BADR Army started it. I have all faith in Glory that they will continue to offer kickboxing fans the greatest events. How was this a great event? It didn't even finish. The two main fights didn't finish. This fight was done half-assed. He didn't get to actually finish Badr. And the very last fight didn't even happen. Greatest events in combat sports worldwide. No, I mean, that belongs to UFC and boxing still to this day for these kind of reasons, guys. I mean, this is not going to give Glory a very good name. They need to up their game. They need to stop being cheap. And they need to have proper security like the UFC or any boxing organization has. Period. I mean, that's it. If you have to limit the alcohol, limit the alcohol. If you have to ban the alcohol altogether, ban the alcohol altogether. I mean, in most martial arts events, there's not even alcohol being sold anyways. I'm not saying you got to take it that far, but, you know, another thing that was noted was that apparently and allegedly, you cannot prove this, they're saying that a lot of the hooligans were on something, like they looked like they were high. So if you already saw that, you know, you got to have rules. You mean, I know their tickets are prepaid and all that, but you got to somehow regulate this better. Like I said, if this is going to happen again, they need to structure the building better. Work continues. We will be back soon. To my BADR Army, I love you. Yeah, continue praising them. I mean, he should not be saying this. This is not going to make it any better. So this is what I'm getting at. It's everybody's fault here. Except what they keep saying, you know, it's too bad for the other fighters, and it's too bad for the actual decent people that went to go see this fight. That actually just wanted to see a fight regardless of who loses, and people who actually know how to keep their cool. Okay, yeah, of course you have to feel bad for those people, but that's not the point here, to focus on that. Like Badr is trying to say, like Remy is trying to say, it's nobody's fault. Pour this, pour that. It's like, dude, stop playing victims. It's all of you guys' fault. Stop acting like it wasn't. So, I mean, that's it. I don't know how to say this better. But this is the real truth about what happened that night. Everybody is trying to like act like they know what they're talking about. They don't. I ran the biggest club in Acapulco when it was the most dangerous city in the world. I mean, I had about 60 people total working for me as far as the security. Armed security guards, regular bouncers. And, you know, we had up to 10,000 customers sometimes in that. And here in Holland, I've worked, you know, in events like DEFCON events where we have 100 bouncers just in one area. And we're talking like 1,000, 2,000 security guards. So there's no excuse for Glory's cheap organization to not hire the right security for this and put everybody's life at risk and the event and their future. It's just bananas, guys. So the next video, catch you later.